here in New Orleans. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Seattle Seahawks and the New Orleans Saints. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
Wilson's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. So the completion good for 6 yards, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here's Kamara trying to run for him. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seahawks with a 1st and 10. Lock gets ready to go at their own 27. From the gun, it's Locke. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run here with a rookie second-round pick, Kenneth Walker. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there on a 1st down for Seattle. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
He rifles one that's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And the Saints will take over here just shy of the 30. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Steps away. There's Chris Olave. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Play action. It's Wilson. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down. The Saints had 2 and 2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Wilson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to a safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
On third down, Wilson. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Sticking with Walker on second down. And some room to run now. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
And for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Now Wilson. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the turnover, here's Locke. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On second and a couple. Lock. This one goes underneath to Walker. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
Lock now on first down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second down, it's Walker. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. They fake the handoff. Now Lock. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's Wilson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now it's Lockett. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 16-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. In motion, the tight end. Lock going to try and throw on third down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They look to throw. It's Locke. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Here's Locke to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
His height, that's exactly where you want to put it for him. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Saints. Possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it's 3rd and 4 now. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now it's Wilson. Back to Kamara for another catch. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this one's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing is Wilson. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And that'll wind up moving the chains again, as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And now we'll get a late timeout. as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Now it's the backup Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And got his man complete. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 54 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Lockett the man in motion.
Let's go. 19 White.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. On the slant, it's Fant. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Here's Walker. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
2nd down and goal. Smith. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. Myers' kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back. I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Play action. Now Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Wilson will throw again. They'll get this out to Kamara. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there. To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his back.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete, and he'll be brought down at the 27.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But the only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in-vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Saints are going to have it here just past the 25. After the interception, here's Wilson. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second and 12. Now Wilson. Incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
The Saints on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is third down and 12. Wilson. Open man is Michael Thomas. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Kamara up the middle. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They go play action with Wilson. Out to his left. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here's Wilson. We'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now Wilson on first down. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Second and 6 on the Seahawks 32-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
18
Off of play action, here's Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a draw play. It's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
17, Saints 7. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as start at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the... And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And the Seahawks are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Now Smith. It's caught. Lockett. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Up the middle, here's Walker. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished.